Hey guys, Sean here from Tesla Family. It's winter time here in Maryland, and we are headed up to Snowshoe, West Virginia, from just outside of Washington, D.C. Headed up to do some tubing. Check it out. Okay, here's the route we plan on taking to get out to Snowshoe. We are leaving around 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon, so looking at the drive out to the Snowshoe direction, we wouldn't get there till late. So our plan actually is to stop over here in Staunton, Virginia. We have a hotel reserved. So here's our directions from the Gaithersburg area. We're going to take 270 south to 495. And then 66 out to 81 south to get to Staunton. So it's about 3 hours following that route in 164 miles. No supercharging needed to make this trip. And we do have a hotel here reserved for the night. We'll probably get in around 5 p.m. or so. And then the plan is to charge up at that hotel. We are staying at the Fairfield Inn in Staunton, right off of 81, and they do have electric car charging stations, 3 complimentary. We'll show you that here in a bit. And then after we wake up, the plan is to leave the hotel with a full charge and head up to Snowshoe. That part of the trip is just under 100 miles up, increasing elevation up into the mountain. So the good thing about Snowshoe is they do have a destination charger. With this being in the peak of snow season, we're hoping that there'll be some availability. They only have 2 stalls there, so the plan would be to hopefully there be an open stall we can plug in while we're tubing, and then we can head back down the mountain with a little extra charge. If we can't charge up there, we'll be able to turn around and come back down another 100 miles and use the supercharger here in Staunton. Alright guys, we have reached our first stop on the trip, Staunton, Virginia, and we are staying at a Fairfield Inn, and they have Tesla destination charging here, which is super cool. You can see, looking out the rear mirror, we're plugged into the destination charger, and using the high-powered wall charger here, we are getting 10 kilowatts, 48 amps, and that's really good. That's pretty equivalent to what we'd be getting at home plugged in my garage. So pretty excited to have this free energy here provided by the hotel, and we're gonna bring it up to 90% tonight, and then we'll plug it in just before we leave tomorrow to give us back up to 100% on our way up to Snowshoe. We got this electrical vehicle parking only while charging sign. Of course, we'll be moving our car when we're up to 90% later on tonight. We've got the 2 Tesla destination chargers here, one on either side of the pillar. And we are charging. And if you look a little bit over to this direction here, you can see a Clipper Creek charger, a J1722. We're getting ready to leave Staunton, Virginia here at the hotel, and we have charged up using the destination charger up to 97%. We have 98 miles to go to get to Snowshoe, the resort, so we can do some tubing. It's about 2 hours and 20 minutes long. When we get there, we'll have 54% left. So that would be tricky to go all the way up without any charging there, turn around and come all the way back. Not even sure. I guess we maybe could barely make it. Let's see, round trip. Oh, okay. Actually, looks like we could actually make it all the way back with 33% left. I think it's because we're going to be using a lot of energy going up, and then we're coming back down, on the way back down, probably using a lot of regen. So it is a doable trip from Staunton, Virginia, up to Snowshoe and back. guys, we made it to the top of the mountain here, Snowshoe, West Virginia. We unfortunately weren't able to use the destination chargers. There's only 2 here and they're both being used. But hey, what do you think about this beautiful view here? Got the Model 3 backed up to the top of the hill. And this is a really scenic, beautiful view. Kind of windy here, the wind just whistling over the top of the mountain here. But scenic view from the top. Alright guys, headed up the tubing hill here at Snowshoe, Polo 2 Park. This is the ride up here. And I'll show you the ride down. Woo! Alright, tubing! Yeah! Whoa! Woo! Alright, not quite as fast as the Tesla, but it's alright. Woo! We can make it back to the Supercharger in Staunton, Virginia with plenty of charge here. It says 29%. So that'll work fine. It'll be another 97 miles back. So on the trip up here, obviously because we were climbing up in elevation, we used 336 watt-hours per mile. That was our efficiency, and we went 99.2 miles. To Cass, West Virginia. You can see 10 miles from Snowshoe. From the top of Snowshoe, we came down the mountain, and over that 10 miles, we actually made energy coming down the hill. We have a negative 78 watt-hours per mile over 10 miles. That's awesome. We actually have more energy here in Cass than we did when we started at the top. Gotta love the regen. Alright, here we are. We made it to the Supercharger station in Staunton, Virginia. And coming down from Snowshoe, 98 miles and 220 watt-hours per mile. Let's take a look at the energy plot for that. When we first started out, there was a lot of drop in elevation here. You can see right off the bat, we actually gained some energy here. Went down a pair of steep roads. For some reason, we didn't gain as much as what was estimated here from the chart. But overall, here we are. We ended up with 15%. If we look at, since the last charge, the average watt-hours per mile, 279 watt-hours per mile over 197.4 miles. So we made it up and back. You can do it. We would have loved to use the destination chargers up in Snowshoe, but they were occupied. Now we're gonna add a little charge in here and make the push toward home. So here we are plugged in. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stalls here. I'm the only one. It's a pretty busy Friday night actually here. We are located at a Sheetz gas station. A lot of people pulling through, in and out. And kind of a warm January evening here. It's about 54 degrees. So it's 35 minutes to get back to 90%. We started at 17, charging at 139 kilowatts. Or 565 plus miles per hour. And here at the Supercharger, let's take a look at, again, we have a Sheetz gas station, 150 kilowatt max,
This is still version 2 supercharging and 25 cents per hour charging fees with $1 a minute idle fees. I'm the only one here. Shouldn't have to worry about the idle fees at all. But hey, it's nice to have these superchargers at the Sheetz convenience stores. This is really handy right off of Interstate 81 if you're traveling north or south, or even if you're on your way out to Snowshoe, West Virginia to do some skiing or snowboarding, or even some tubing. You can use this supercharger to fill up your battery pack on your way out. All right, we are ready to unplug here. We gained 70% in 30 minutes. Ready to continue on our trip here. $13 for the charge session and 51 kilowatt hours. All right, guys, we just pulled into our garage here back home after our trip to Snowshoe. Looking at our ending mileage here. We were at 85 when we left Stoughton after hitting the supercharger. Now we're down to 20, so that means we used 65%. Otherwise, you know, a fun trip. Got to go snow tubing with the family, and you know, just put more miles on the Model 3. So, all right. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Make a comment. Leave a comment below. Do you have any road trips coming up? Let us know. Did you have any different experiences? Have you been up to Snowshoe before? Did you have anything to share with us? Let us know below, and click that subscribe button so that we can keep sharing with you all of our new videos coming up, and keep sharing some of this fun Tesla Model 3 content with you.